I want to go back to the Constitution and, the county executive, how the county executive is formed. This is under Article 179(4). The county governor and the deputy county governor are chief executive and deputy chief executive of the county, respectively. Subsection 5, when the county governor is absent, the deputy governor shall act as the county governor. And then, also under Article 180, subsection 5, each candidate for election as the county governor shall nominate a person who is qualified for nomination for election as county governor as a candidate for deputy governor. Those are the provisions in the Constitution. And from the proposal which has been proposed by Senator Gathuri, Senator for Meru, who I have a lot of respect for, is seeking to delete the order section 32, which has 5 subsections, and bring in a new section 32, which has got, quite a number of, up to J, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which has added 7 more functions. Mr. Speaker, if this bill had come to the Committee of Justice, I believe it would be looking different. Unfortunately, it went to devolution. Ordinarily, I think this sort of law should have come to the Committee of JLAC. Mr. Speaker, you will be aware that the idea is very good and very noble, and I think it should not be lost. We are aware as the Senate that quite a number of governors and deputy governors have had issues. But how to regulate those issues and how to deal with them, first of all, you need to look at the relationship. In the event the governor is no longer governor, the deputy governor is automatically sworn to office. Both of them have same qualifications in terms of qualification to be elected as governor. And therefore, I am looking at a situation whereby what is the idea? What was in the original idea of the original section 32? We have seen, like in the case of Machakos, when Mutua was governor, he immediately fought with his deputy and even brought him here for impeachment. The Senate refused to impeach, kept him without an office, without a vehicle, without employees, for as long as they were serving together, and finally exited. His next deputy governor was appointed the CEC in charge of finance. And then, there are many other examples in the country where we have seen deputy governors be brought here for impeachment, then it works or it doesn't work, and the two have to go and coexist. And what tends to happen when the governor differs with the deputy, then it seems to be a problem. And in a lot of cases, like in the case of Honorable Savula and his governor, both of them are shareholders of their government. I would say equal shareholders. Each person contributed to the existence of the other. Honorable Savula, having been a member of parliament and having been a journalist and is very vast with many things, I believe the two of them gel very well and help each other very well and are able to share power. But it was an idea for governor and deputy to share power equally. I don't think so, although such arrangements can be done. And even that has been the situation in the national government in Kenya. Since devolution came, and since we have a presidential system, each election, the election of President Uhuru and William Ruto were like 50-50 shareholders of their government. Similarly, at the first round, and even a second round, and even currently, the election of William Ruto as president and the second deputy governor of the republic, it was a 50-50 arrangement. If anything, Ruto-Gachagua had brought, more numbers than the other. And similarly with the county governments, there's nothing to call out of order. I know you don't like the second deputy president, but even when you Cherargei, when you become, there's no point of order.
Senator Maanzo, let me allow Senator Cherargei to raise his point of order. Senator Medu and Senator Thang'wa, the chair is one. And I have allowed Senator Cherargei to raise his point of order. Senator Cherargei, proceed. It is the chair to determine whether it is a point of order or otherwise not. Proceed, Senator Cherargei.
I proceed with the class. Mr. Speaker, I raise understanding order 105 on responsibility for a statement of fact. But Mr. Speaker, straight to the point, have you heard my brother, senior counsel Senator Maanzo, not senior colleague, by alluding and stating that the arrangement between President William Ruto and the impeached Deputy President Ruto-Gachagua was 50-50. Can he table the evidence to show that there was a 50-50 arrangement, Mr. Speaker, sir? As per the standing order 105. I yield back the mic, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Senator Maanzo, you've heard the point of order. Are you able to table any document to that effect? If not, you can substantiate it otherwise.
Mr. Speaker, I can't table, but it's a matter of fact. I do withdraw that, but the way they shared government was a matter of fact. The point I was trying to drive in, Mr. Speaker, is that when there is a president and deputy, or when there is a governor and deputy,
Senator
sometimes they are political.
Senator Maanzo, take your seat again. What's the point of order, Senator Kinyua?
Mr. Speaker, I'm raising on a point of order 105, statement of fact. Mr. Speaker, it is so obvious after it was, I want to agree with Senator Maanzo that it was 50-50. I was a member of UDA. And Mr. Speaker, I want to state that after they disagreed, after they disagreed, Mr. Speaker, the Deputy President, Ruto-Gachagua, and the President, that is what caused what happened in all Kalau, Mr. Speaker. And you can see exactly
what is your point of order,
disagreement, Mr. Speaker.
What is your point of order?
I'm confirming what...
Take your seat, Senator Kinyua.
I'm confirming what Maanzo is saying. It was 50-50, Mr. Speaker.
Take your seat, Senator Kinyua. Senator Maanzo, proceed.
Yes. Thank you,
You're
Mr.
out
Speaker.
of order,
I'm just saying, Mr. Speaker, ordinarily in the elections, and I'm sure some of us who will want to run for governor one day will find themselves in that reality. Your deputy, you may have to do a political agreement, and I think this is what drives to the problem after election, because ordinarily under the law, the governor is supposed to take full charge of the government, and the deputy is a principal assistant. And I think this is what our good Senator Kathuri was trying to, and the Deputy Speaker was trying to address. We know they have been concerned. I wish you could see the public participation report and how different deputy governors responded. I have heard this cries myself. I have helped settle situations where a governor and a deputy have differed and the county is suffering, the development is not going as used, the political situation has become hostile. And eventually, Mr. Speaker, we must find a solution to this. And having got to find a solution, I think what we should happen, what we should do, Mr. Speaker, at the third reading, we need to redraft this amendment bill to suit the situation. And that's why public participation is very important in any legislation, and especially the report and the adoption of the feedback from the people. This house has already now given feedback, and luckily we've got very experienced people in this house. Senator Thang'wa and Senator Medu have had an opportunity to serve in counties and understand this relationship very well. They have contributed very well, and Senator Medu has contributed very well, and I think Thang'wa will even do better after me. And I've also heard Senator Mariam, who has a lot of experience from the county where she comes from. So if you listen and follow keenly to people who are in this house and have worked in county governments before, and they have done so in senior positions, they are able, or representatives. I wish Senator Murago was here, who was also an MCA in Kirinyaga County, and now wants to become governor there, and I'm sure he will be a very good governor. It means that we have to draw that experience And then using that experience, and especially from Senator Maanzo and Senator Thang'wa, redraft this and come up with something which gives a solution to what we are trying to form a problem. Although Senator Maanzo has put it very well, it's like trying to cure diarrhea. By blocking the exit, you increase the problems, and the person is likely to die. So we are likely, we are likely. I'm just quoting. Yes, I'm just quoting, but I'm just saying the problem is likely to become more. And therefore, we don't want to increase the problems between the governor and the county governor. We as a Senate who believe in devolution want to solve this problem, want to make sure that counties go on well. But I want to believe, if from my Makueni experience, now,
Senator Cherargei, allow Senator Maanzo to conclude on his. Allow Senator Maanzo.
I'm just about to wind up, and I'm coming to the positive side of things. I want to say that in Kenya, there have been many counties. No.
Senator Maanzo, you are addressing the chair, you are not addressing Senator Cherargei.
Yes. I'm addressing the nation, and I've stated facts as a in case I was.
Senator Maanzo.
Yes.
You are on the floor.
Yes.
You are not supposed to talk to your colleague, Senator. Proceed.
But the interruptions are so much. I don't know
concluding.
whether Senator Cherargei wants to run this Senate alone. Then you should be talking alone if you cannot allow others to think.
Senator Maanzo.
Chair, I want to conclude and say there are many examples of good working relationships in many counties in the country. One of it is Makueni. You know that the governor of Makueni and the deputy governor of Makueni. In Makueni practice, if the governor is a male, then the deputy is female. If in future, if a governor will be female, the deputy will be male to balance gender parity. And what has been happening is like the current situation, we have a deputy governor who is a former county commissioner and with long experience in government. And she's come out very hardy in terms of stabilizing the government and making sure technically the government is well run. In fact, when we have the national days, they are much better than the previous one. The previous one, the national days, you would find the governor and the county commissioner and a few people. But now it's a full-fledged, occasion in Makueni, and it's a good example of where governor and deputy governor can work together. I believe, even without this regulation, many governors and many deputy governors can work together. We cannot really regulate or enact laws to regulate a relationship. It has to be created. The people must be willing. There must be respect between the governor and the deputy, and there must be space and allow the deputy to deputize the governor. If that happens, I'm sure there will be no problems. There will be no need for this regulation. But unfortunately, in quite a number of counties, there have been problems. We have seen a governor bringing a deputy here for impeachment. Some have successfully been impeached, others not. And therefore, there is a need to make this law better, relook at it, a third reading, and make sure that it serves the country. I thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support.
Senator Thang'wa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. As I also contribute to this important bill, and this bill is seeking to give powers to the deputy governors, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, I happen to be a member of the Devolution Committee. And in the Devolution Committee, we went through this bill. And we gave our observations. And of course, we also gave our recommendations, Mr. Speaker. But Mr. Speaker, before probably I say whether I'm supporting or opposing this bill, I just wanted to it to sink in your mind. Can you imagine having a deputy governor like Senator Cherargei? So now with that in your mind, Mr. Speaker, you realize you do not need this kind of law, Mr. Speaker. Because, Mr. Speaker, the law is very clear.
Senator Thang'wa, I do not want to allow Senator Cherargei to interrupt you. I do not find anything offensive with referring Senator Cherargei in any other manner unspecific as you have done.
Yeah.
But watch the speech that you proceeded.
Thank you.
Content, especially in reference to your colleague senator or any other person who is not in this house.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm well guided. I'm well guided. Now, Mr. Speaker, I want to give you a bit of the genesis of this bill, because I do understand, because it came to the Committee of Devolution many months ago. This bill was supposed to cure what was happening in Meru County then, Mr. Speaker. If you remember very well, there were issues of governor and the deputy. The deputy governor, the governor was impeached about 4 times and returned to the office. And they thought they would bring a bill that would create a co-governor. And this is the bill, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we cannot cure mistrust with the law. Just like Senator Medhu once told me, and I believe probably he said it on the floor of this house, you cannot force people, and especially politicians, to love each other. So this bill, Mr. Speaker, and I like using analogies, is like the best man of a certain wedding requesting some roles from the bridegroom, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, when you ask to be a deputy governor, your work is only one. You are a governor designate, just in case the governor dies or the governor is impeached, period. And if you feel you're good to be a governor, run as a governor, Mr. Speaker. The Constitution, and that's why I want to declare this law, Mr. Speaker, this law is seeking to amend the Constitution through the back door, Mr. Speaker. If you read the Constitution, Article 179, 2A, it says the County Executive Committee consists of the county governor and the deputy county governor. Already the Constitution is saying, so why do we say it in this law? Why are we saying this law that he should be attending these cabinet meetings, he should be given enough time, prior time? You're actually telling the governor, be writing to the deputy to invite him to the meeting. They have their own mechanism. Mr. Speaker, if you read the same article, 179(5), when the county governor is absent, the deputy county governor shall act as the county governor. That is the only role the Constitution gives the deputy governor when the governor is absent. If the governor is present, just go home and rest, Mr. Speaker. This is the Constitution. Why are we amending the Constitution by telling the governor, the deputy governor, to be a co-governor? So I do understand what they were trying to cure then. And since it was cured, and the person whose the law was supposed to help is already a governor, can we just withdraw this bill and say, if you want to be a governor, just run as a governor, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, the law is already available. This law is in the County Government Act. If you read the law, section 32 of the County Government Act, which is being amended by this law, Mr. Speaker, and you can see it has been amended by so many clauses, from A all the way to, Mr. Speaker, J. This law removes one of the fundamental sections that the law created when they got to know that the deputy governor is not a co-governor. He only acts when the governor is away. So if the governor is available, then he can only do what he has been assigned by the governor himself. Mr. Speaker, let me tell you what they remove with this law. Section 32(4) of the County Government Act says, when acting, remember the law says he should act when the governor is absent. When acting in office, as contemplated in Article 179(5), the one I've just read of the Constitution, the deputy governor shall not exercise any powers of the governor to nominate, appoint, or dismiss that are assigned to the governor under the Constitution or other written law. This law has deleted that clause. What does that tell you? They want the deputy governor to start dismissing, the deputy governor to start employing. So we are creating two centers of power, trying to cure the problem that was in Meru, that probably was cured when they already impeached the governor, but I don't believe it was cured. Mr. Speaker, if you read that section again, 32(5), the governor shall not delegate to the deputy governor or any of the functions referred to in subsection 4. So the law is even telling the governor, you cannot even delegate that. Now here we are as a Senate, we are now creating two centers of power, trying to tell the deputy governor that he can even manage budgets and finances. That is the work of the county treasury. You know, if you want to be a county treasury, nothing stops you from talking to your governor, and then the governor can make you a CEC for treasury. Nothing stops. I am a former MCA, and Senator Maanzo has told us that we have a lot of experience. I believe in this house, nobody has more experience when it comes to devolution than myself. I've been an MCA, I've been a CEC, executive in the cabinet, and now here I'm as a senator, Mr. Speaker. So what I'm trying to say today is that we should not try to legislate relationship. If they are working together, work together. If they are not working together, somebody can resign. You are not supposed to be in an office if probably you are not working. And Senator Ledama, although I don't agree with him in most cases, he has said, actually the best thing is to scrap this seat of the county deputy governor. And I support, if we cannot cure the relationship, let's scrap that, and that is the amendment of the Constitution. Let's remove this seat so that if you impeach a governor, let people be given a new mandate to go and elect a different governor. Actually, so many impeachments that have come here, and you will agree with me, Mr. Speaker, they have been induced by deputy speakers. By deputy governors. So actually the problem is them, because they want the governor to go so that they can take the seat. So, Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, I would want to say the problem is more political than legal, Mr. Speaker. And since we cannot cure political problems through the law, let those who want to run as deputy governor know that the boss is the governor. The law gives the governor more powers that he can delegate some if he may. If you remember that gentleman who said, it says shall or may. This one says may, not shall, Mr. Speaker. So it depends on what the governor wants his deputy to do, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if you look at H on the amendment, it says from time to time, appear before the county assembly to respond to questions. Nothing stops him today to appear before the county assembly. Actually, the county assembly can summon anyone. I think that is Article 185 of the Constitution. If the senior counsel can help me, Senator Ojenda. But that is what the law says, that anybody can appear. Nobody stops them. What these deputy governors are trying to do, they are trying to get powers so that there can be two powers, centers of power, and they try to, because they are unable to impeach the governors, now then they can be push and pull between these two people. Now, who will we be summoning to appear before the Senate as committees? Will we be inviting the deputy, or will we be inviting the governor? Remember, Mr. Speaker, we have had problem with the county assemblies, whereby we have had 2 speakers, 2 county clerks, and even 2 assemblies. Can you imagine what this law would do? We will be dealing with these issues where a certain deputy governor has already taken the whole county headquarters to a different place. Now we have 2 governors who are dealing with the county. So I oppose this law and implore the senator of Meru. The problem you tried to cure was cured. So we withdraw this bill, and we have only 1 year to the election. Then people can appoint deputy governors who are willing to work together. If you don't work together, and I had Senator for Migori, Senator Eddy, he was talking about that removing a governor from the Kuria side is removing the whole community. And you know, Mr. Speaker, that's the exactly thing that we were trying to say here when the deputy president of this republic was being removed. Removing the deputy president is removing Murima, is removing the whole community. So, Mr. Speaker, because I do understand this was supposed to cure something very different, and it has been cured. I rest my case and oppose this bill, which has been seconded by Senator Cherargei, and I will tell you, you will be all callowed, all of you.
You'll be all callowed.
Senator Tom Agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I should speak from the dispatch. Mr. Speaker, I